Is it on? Oh, it's on. Okay. Hi. I'm back. 4:26 a.m. July 18th, 2025. Gregorian. What is this? A Friday. Friday. I don't. Is this a good idea? I don't know. Can you hear me? Um, I have the Fair Use Act of 1976, but this is free. Per the description box entitled, it's free Hertz music, copyright free. Free music, okay? Yes, for 32 hertz. I just woke up not that long ago and couldn't get back to sleep, so I figured I'd do this video, audio video. Pardon me, I'm having a cold soda. I know it's not healthy in the morning drinking, so never mind. An audio video is ideal to listen to while you're doing the dishes, cleaning the house, driving. It's not anything you can sit and look at. It's something you sit and listen to. Inspired to do these for my cousin. It's in my memoir, most of the stuff, but in case the memoir doesn't get published, it's these cute little audio video thingies here that be cool for my fam and whomever else may want to listen to it. I did part one, Mom, and I'm doing part two, and I'm gonna combine it with your siblings to finish up the part two for your siblings, because I don't get on here often. My YouTube channel isn't popular, and I like it that way. For some reason, not being popular, I feel more free to speak. My guard is down. So, Allie, here we go. Well, let me speak to Mommy. Mom, I don't remember where I left off in part one, but being of this great big old age of mine right now, in my 50s, and after all the readings I done did and sat for, I had better clarity on the type of mom you are to us, and all you've been through that you shared with me. And again, I have more clarity with the readings, and it's just, I don't know. Forgive me, I forgive you. I love you so much. I always will. And I think I did part one. I ended with our trips to Coney Island when I was little. Yeah, I hold on to our time spent during my little girlhood, particularly age 0 to 7. I will always cherish our Harlem memories. And gosh, you're so pretty, so pretty, beautiful. We couldn't barely walk down the street without some, man saying something. And our trips to Florida in the summertime, and we get on the bus. First it was just you and I, and then you had Man, and I would want to sit and like, so I could stretch out. And you're like, people pay for these seats. If somebody claimed the seat, you have to come sit with us. I'm like, okay. But usually no one did. And we Greyhound to Florida in the summertime. And yeah. And our Floridian family. And just they like, you got Ken all over Florida. All over Florida. Don't date nobody from Florida. He might be your cousin. Oh, gosh, those Florida summers. Hot. Mercy. Hold on, man. A little soda here. I love you, Mama. As Mary said about her mom on that episode of Oprah, and was that the 90s? I forgive you for everything and blame you for nothing. All the hells we've been through. Yeah. I forgive you for everything and blame you for nothing. It's a miracle. It's just a miracle to be FBA and survive. Oh Jesus! I don't get into the FBA talk, Mama. Can y'all see what's going on over here from over there? I wonder, do you see what's going on with the FBAs? And oh, Mama, and we're definitely FBA. All our Florida lineage, Lord have mercy. Oh, Mama. Oh, oh, it's in the memoir. Allie is in the memoir. Let me finish with the siblings. Did I get to I finished Uncle. Okay, Allie, I finishing up with your mom. This is my to my family. This is from my recollection, my interactions. This is mine. Everyone has their own story to tell, even if you're in the same family. I call it my side of our story. That's a good title, my side of our story. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, I'm gonna use the pseudonyms that's in my memoir. I wonder if I did in the previous video. You, Allie, I'm not even sure. I hope I did. But yeah, I think I know I'm going to use the pseudonyms in this video that are in my memoir. So Aunt Lydia, that's your mom in my book. And yeah, not one. She holds a special place in my heart because there's not one icky moment. Not one from she to me as a little girl. Mm-mm. I could, but even though there's only one, and I was like, huh? But I was grown by then, my 20s. Your sister had a housewarming slash baby shower in Queens when they lived on Chapin. Is it Chapin Street over there? And I walked. I live in Queens too, that side of Queens, but it was still a long walk. But it didn't even bother me. I'm in my 20s. Though I was still plump then, not as plump as I am now, Lord Jesus. But no, I did the walk with no sweat. I'm like, I couldn't do half that walk now. Maybe even not even a third, okay? But yes, I was like, oh, I'm gonna walk, okay? So I got the gift the day before. And I think I went right up on Casino Boulevard and got the baby shower gift and the housewarming gift. Um, that side of Queens looks so different today. I'm hearing and whatnot. Shout out to KK. She's the one who's telling me it looks so different over there now. Uh, I love Casino Boulevard. You know, like you're going towards the Queens College. Never mind. So I went on a walk to Chapin and went to the I got an ice cream cone on the way. Where would I get an ice cream cone? No, both Libra babies were born. So she's pregnant with the Sagittarian sun. So I'm trying to Allie, I know you don't give a hoot nor holler where I got the ice cream cone from. But I'm a writer, so details are important to me. Because I can't figure out where would I get an ice cream cone on the way from Casino to Chapin. Baskin and Robbins was there. I don't know. Or did I take Hillside? I wouldn't take Hillside, go back up that hill again. I feel like I'm taking back streets to avoid hiking that hill. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm in my 20s, I don't hike no daggone hill then. Can't do it now with these chubby knees. Oh, Lord. I can't think of where I had an ice cream cone. Bona fide ice cream cone. And I could see, I'm in my mind now seeing myself buy it. I just don't know where because it's not a Baskin and Robbins anymore. Never mind. You know, your cousin is quirky and eccentric, and I can't help it. So I had an ice cream cone entering, I'm about to say your sister's name, Lord. What is her name in the memoir? Shauna? Entering Shauna's apartment. And at the door, your mom opened the door for me, and she took the ice cream cone. I was already, eating it. And I was like, huh? She took the ice cream cone and finished it off for me and took my earrings out my ear. And that's the day I wore real gold earrings. Hoops. I had costume jewelry too, but I rarely wore my real gold stuff. I just rarely did. I kept it in the jewelry box on the dresser. I'm like, the one day I decided to wear them. But it was cute. I chuckled. I'm like, oh my Lord, I have to pay a toll to get in. So I chuckled. But I wouldn't even deem that an icky moment. And I think she just wanted to rock the earrings for the duration of the party. Did I get them back? No. I think it was an oversight because, oh God, what is her name in the memoir? Celestine was there. Celestine is mean. And she was really ice grilling me. I said hi to everyone. Hi, how y'all doing, everybody? I read too many etiquette books. The mom I have, that's how I was raised. The person who enters the space is the first to speak. That's in books. That's how I was raised. So yes, no, I spoke to everyone. Hi, collective, warm. Gave my gifts to your sister. Yeah, but that's my whole life. That's the only moment that gave me pause with your mom, and I chuckled at that. Not a fake nervous chuckle. I really chuckled like, oh my God, I got to pay a toll to get in here. And I just, I didn't go in the living room with Celestine and Margot. I'm using the pseudonyms, girl. Yes, I am. Yes, Lord. But I stayed in the dining area and I just chilled out there with your sister and just enjoyed the festivities. But I didn't stay long because Celestine was ice grilling me as if I participated in robbing her house. And I'm saying, like, why is she mad at me? I never took nothing from her. I know she claimed she didn't take anything and she wasn't home, but she had the power. Everybody's scared of her. She had the power to tell them to put it all back, and they would have listened, is what everyone is saying to me. I'm like, that's true. She could have told them to put it back since she claimed she wasn't home when the burglary went down. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but absolutely. Did I in the other video did I mention about the chocolate cake when they lived in Throsneck? She sent me to the store to get confection. And I want to say a teenager, but I still it feels like 12 because I'm definitely in junior high school. I got to high school at 13 or was it 14? I think was it 14? This is definitely junior high school, so maybe I'm 12. I know you're like, that's old enough, no difference between confectionery sugar and regular sugar. It is. I don't know. So I went to the store and your sister wasn't around. I don't know what. Because you know she is her hood. We go to the store together. I don't know. It don't even feel like she was in the area. She wasn't home. I don't know where your sister was during the. I don't know. But your mom sent me to the store to get confectionery sugar. She had baked a chocolate cake from scratch. You know she could cook, right? Oh God, she can cook. But I didn't know she could bake too. Because I almost said her name. My brother's big mother, my sister-in-law. What was her name in the book? Charlene in the book. Okay. You ever met my sister-in-law? You probably did. Huh? Big, beautiful woman. Beautiful smile, chubby cheeks, and can cook and bake. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't do, no, there's a lot of people back then that did both. I'm about to say, most people don't do both. No, back then they all did both if they got busy in that kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the baby boomers. Is Charlene a baby boomer? Yeah, she a baby boomer. Anyway, my older brother, he a baby boomer too. As is our mom. Hold on. Oh God, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper this time of morning. Lord have mercy. Probably need a caffeine after I'm go back to sleep. Which I should. But it's hot as the cooler brown in here. Our AC broke down. Alley girl, the AC done broke down. Oh God. We got the fans. I'm grateful for those, Lord. I digress. We got to get a specialist out here. But then, you know, they don't charge for the estimate. You know what I'm saying? Homeowners insurance will cover the bill to fix the thing. But that estimate, no, they're not covering that. With the premium you pay per month, leave you damn. I digress. Yes, your cousin is eccentric. That's a good title for a book. Your cousin is eccentric. All right. All right, so Allie. Oh, back to the chocolate cake, yes. Should I cut the light off? Oh no, because the light making it hot in here. I'm in the office, girl. Okay. I got regular sugar for the chocolate cake frosting because she's making the frosting all this from scratch. Cocoa powder, just getting busy in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So, and I got back in. She was like, "No, this is regular sugar. I already got this in the house. I need confectionery sugar." And you know, your mama don't take no shorts. I was like, "I'll go back." She was like, "No, it's getting dark. Just sit down. I work with this." She used the sugar, regular granule sugar for the frosting. Why is this story important? I didn't taste any granules in the frosting. I know you're like, you had to have. No, I didn't. I don't know if her blender was just on fleek like that. I I did not taste any granule, nothing in that frosting. That's why you get the confectionery sugar for frosting, because you don't want to taste that granules. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. To date, I've never had an experience like that. That cake was delicious, but the frosting was magical because how can you, well, Libra rules blending, whipping that. Blenders, that's a Libra thing. Blend the scales, how can I put it? You know, I'm Astro Mama here, okay? Libra rules blending things, harmony, balance, and you know what I'm saying? And she's an 11. She's a master number Libra. That's how she got that frosting. Like, man, Ashe, Aunt Lydia. Ashe. Best chocolate cake. And I'm not even a chocoholic like that. I like chocolate hued men. That's a whole nother story. Yes, I'm very married, but never mind. Best chocolate cake ever. Yeah, she cooks. Oh my goodness. And then another time I seen her in Queens by Was there a gas station on Farmers? Because it feels like I was on Farmers in the gas station, but Farmers Boulevard didn't have a gas station, did it? You see how Memory do? Lord, when Mos Def did that song, memories don't do like people do. Mos Def, I love you. What is that song? Memories don't do like people do. It's does it? Well, Neptune rules. Memories. You know. I'm not getting my Astro bag right now. That's a book title too. My Astro bag. Don't bite. I'm so glad this channel ain't popular. Astrologers don't bite. Don't bite. I don't know. I don't know how to edit that part out. Let me just start writing the book. That's what I gotta do. But any of it, Allie, your moms could cook, bake, just get busy. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, go yes. So a little fly in that little mother. Go somewhere. They go somewhere the hell else. Yeah. Summertime bugs. So Allie, yes, beautiful times with your mom. I don't have not one icky moment, none. And she was very scary. I was scared as hell. Remember, I slept under the bed. What happened? when there was a one bedroom in Throsneck Project. So when I was up there, and your sister could have a mean spirit, and I don't know what we was fussing about in the living room. And I used to like to come to her house in the Bronx, and she used to like to come to our house in Queens. I don't know how little kids, because I thought her hug was more fun than mine. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, no, your house is. I'm like, it is. Never mind. But she used to be at our house when we lived in the projects too in Carver. But I don't know, her hug was just more fun to me. But she thought my hug was more fun than hers. It's just how perspectives work. It's just that grass is green on the other side. Whoever coined the phrase, "No, the grass is greener where you water it." I love you. Whoever coined that, just kudos, okay. But anywho, but we were kids, so she was all mean spirit with her airy self in the living room. I'm like, I ain't staying out here with you. So I went in the one bedroom, the bedroom. I went in your mom's bedroom and got in the bed with her and went to sleep. And then, boom, of the stud, your mom fell out the bed. And I was so scared she'd think I somehow made her do that, or I wouldn't push her. I don't know what I thought, but I knew I was not going to be in the bed when she woke up to get back in the bed and think I had something to do with that fall. Child, she was okay, but when she was getting up, I got quietly out the bed and went and slept under the bed. Funny as hell. I was skinnier then. That was so funny to your sister. In the morning, she was like, "What are you doing under there?" I'm like, "Your mama fell out the bed. She wasn't blaming me." She was like, "Oh my God." I know it's hard to believe, but me and your sister had great moments as cousins. Oh my God. I wrote about it in the book Cousins. You read that part? When we was in the Bronx, across Bronx Expressway. Aries. Daring. Okay? You think her Pisces moon would have stopped her from doing that, okay? Whew. Again, it don't feel like we're teen. I wasn't in high school. Maybe we're 13. We're definitely in junior high, and we're in the Bronx, and you can see the bridge. I know it's supposed to be my mom's siblings, but Lord, you can see the bridge just right there. If you're young, you can walk miles and don't give a good goddamn nor break a sweat. But you can see the bridge to go across the walk, go up the little stairs and go across the highway as normal people do. You can see it right in the distance, maybe 3 or 4 blocks away. Not your Aries sister. She was like, "No, let's pass, look across right here." I'm like, "Right where?" And I'm from Queens, well, by way of Harlem. I'm like, "Right where? What are you?" Girl, you may run across, and the Cross Blocks Expressway was crowded and trafficy as AF back in the 80s. It probably still is now. I'm gonna look up and see if they still got traffic like nobody's business on the Cross Bronx Express. Did you see how that came about, redlining? You ever look at the documentary for the Cross Bronx Expressway? Child, cause check it out, okay? The redlining, just, oh Lord, I don't talk about that whole nother topic, child. Did you see the movie Inkwell? Remember when he was like, "I don't know how to swim," when Jada Pinkett character was telling Lorenz Tate's character, "Let's find some, Lord." Who cares if he's short when he look like that? Child, jeez. But anything. But classic movie. I should watch it tomorrow. So, anyway, telling his character to go down there and get her lobster. She's such a Virgo. That was a Virgo moment if I ever seen one, okay? And he a Virgo too. You know, all these years I thought he was was it a Scorpio? No, not him. A singer, Music Soul Child. All these years, I thought he was a Scorpio. Come to find out, he's a Virgo. I'm like, he's a Virgo? Never mind, my astro ciphers and circles I sat in back in the day. But anywho, so he was like, I don't know how to swim. And she wasn't even trying to hear that, okay? She yanked him into the daggone lake to go, what was it, lake or river? River got currents, right? This seemed calm. Maybe it was a lake. She, do lobsters be in lakes? No, I think she said they keep them in a cage. Maybe they put them in a... I gotta watch the movie again. But she said they're in a cage at the bottom. She's explaining this to him. So I don't know if they're gonna put them in a lake. Can they survive in a lake? A lobster needs salt water. I gotta look at it again and see if it's a river or a lake. But river has currents. Don't... I told you, cousin eccentric. And I'm over analytical. And I'm a writer, so details are important to me. As a Scorpion, details should be important to y'all. Y'all are detectives with a zodiac, you know what I'm saying? You know, medical examiners, that's a Scorpionic thing. But Scorpio rules birth and death. Scorpio rules truth, too. And I know that like, there's Scorpios who lie. They don't negate... Well, Pluto rules truth. And Pluto co-rules Scorpio with Mars. You know what I'm saying to you? And Scorpios are healers. That's the high side. Scorpios get a bad rap. But Pluto rules transformation. So if someone's healing you, they're transforming you. They're doing a Scorpionic thing. Whether they're a Scorpio or not. If they can heal you, they got Scorpio strongly placed in their natal chart. Their 8th house is on fleek somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold on this. Oh, but Tabitha said, hold your mute. Let me get this up here. Yeah. Scorpio and Aries on a need-to-know basis. That's that Mars thing. I was getting flat. I should put the top on this soda. Keep the bubbles alive. Sweet Jesus. Keep my bubbliness alive, Lord. Oh, cuz if you knew about my ailments. We chat on the phone, I'll tell you one day. No, I shouldn't be. And I don't want to trauma dump. Well, these videos are good for trauma dumping. You know, you got to release this stuff out of your system. That's why writing it, look at this son of a bitch here. The bug. Go your ass. So, you know how flies don't give a shit. They're going to just rest their ass. Well, get out. Go to the sticky. I don't want to get the cussing because I should be able to cuss on this, right? I'm not monetized. Because you can't, you cuss, you monetize, you lose your fiat, you know. Did you hear about the thing with the money? The Genius Act? Cousin, stay on top of these laws that are allegedly secretly passed while we thinking about other things like Baby Oil and Diddy. I don't know. Look up the Genius Act. My friend sent it to me. I'm like, huh? What? And what's called the big baleful bill? Well, some say baleful. BALEFUL. But the big beautiful bill, no shade. That's just comment. Reading the comments. Okay, don't get mad at me, YouTube. First Amendment. Okay. Freedom of press. In any event. So back to the lake. No, the river. Whatever. He had to swim or sink. He went. Not only did he swim, he went and found a lobster. And then she gonna say, "You should have got 2." I'm like, oh God, she's a Virgo. Did you say thank you for the 1? And I love you, Jada. I know you ain't write the script, girl. We met. When we was in Atlanta 2018, I met you and Yam. That was such a warm moment. Anyway, we took a picture. Anywho. Oh. Remember when you looked at my phone, Jada? Edit my phone, and you were about to give me back my phone, and that late, never mind. I don't want to get metaphysical. And then dawned on me till I was on my way home. I'm like, interesting. Your gold nail polish was all that. Okay, in the bag of chips, diamond chips, you know. I digress. Back to my cousin. And our mom's siblings. Anyway, where was I? Oh, your cousin snatched me across the Bronx Expressway. And you know, Aries rules athleticism. I couldn't run that fast as her, but I had to. Oh, my Aries. Oh, Jesus. Cardinal. Just that grand cross, them cardinal signs. Angular. And when you get into your natal chart, anything that's in the angular houses, those are cardinal houses. The cardinal rule. You see that circle with that giant cross on some churches? Oh, cousin, we could build because you into astrology. But you may be into it, Scorpio. But I don't know if you did your natal chart yet. We'll chit chat. Yes, we will. Whenever you're ready, girl. But we had to pause. The traffic, and and you hear the horn blaring, and some people yelled at us. God knows the names they called us running across like that, and we had to sit in the middle. We had to sit on the middle divider for the other side to calm down. If the Cross Bronx Expressway ever calms the hell down, but calm down somewhat so we can run our ass away, the rest of the way on cross. You know what I'm saying? Why did the chicken cross the street to get to the other side? Child, why did two tweens cross the damn highway to get to the other side? I just, and I'm sitting on that thing breathing hard. Why did you do it? And she just laughing. That shit tickled her ass pink. I done made her day. I just, if you have an Aries homegirl or homeboy, cousin, you already know. I don't know if they play like that in your when you were a kid. I don't. Yeah, but Aries rules athleticism, daring, all that. That's Aries, fire signs. Ooh, that was she just tickled pink. She was laughing, and then the mood got somber and quiet, and then she started just talking reflectively. And then I got quiet looking at her just about her life. We're twins. We're born the same year, 2 months apart. And I'm just looking at her, just sharing things about her life. Lord knows we had enough time to daggone traffic slow down. Oh, and then when it slowed down, she said, now, go. Just one word. She didn't premeditatively tell me I'm going to announce, I'm going to yell out one word, and then you just take off. No. But said the entertainer. Well, he has stands up when he said, when it's time to run, you ain't got to coordinate nothing with black people. Did you see him lately in Johnny Gill's birthday party, the barbecue? This year, go look it up. Said is dancing to Johnny's song. When you feel the magic in your hand and you touch and rub you the right way. When I was doing massage therapy, I had played that part. I know you, like, cousin, what else all you done did? I took a workshop at the Swedish Institute, and I just knew I was on my way to being a masseuse. Chubby finger therapy, I called the business. Never mind my past. Anyway, but that rub you the right way. You should see the client's face when I'm putting that song on and getting my supplies ready and dancing around. They're like, oh, word. Oh, that's how you want it. Because they used to hearing music like this when they go to the massage therapy. Can you hear the music? You hear the free hertz. This is what you play for massage therapy. Not no Johnny Gill. Lord, the whole thing was an eccentric. Never mind my past. Anyway. Oh, God, the good old days. But anywho, shout out to Johnny Gill. It said everybody, and oh God, Jeffrey Osborne singing at that barbecue. I cried. Your voice is still beautiful. Oh my, not Johnny Gill. Johnny Gill, your voice is still good too. But Jeffrey Osborne is in his 70s. He must have never smoked a cigarette. Jeffrey Osborne sounds the same. How is his voice still pitch perfect like that in his 70s? It got to be a gift from the Most High. Olodumare Ashil, Alofin Ashil, Asida Ashil, Adida Ashil, Ashil, Nephilim. Okay, I digress. Not really. I'm not cogent centric, okay? Cogent. Cogent. I'm not that. Okay. Yeah. Your cousin got me to run across the Cross Bronx Expressway. I was terrified. But looking back, one of the high points of my childhood. I think we were going to Celestine's house. Yeah, Colgate Avenue. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, a lot of fun. Me and your cousin. This is not the cousin's video though. But I still can't believe. But according to the readings I got, someone put, never mind. They did things to break up our family, At my mom's funeral, allegedly, one cousin said, something must have happened back then. And that's why we all don't know each other. And I was like, yeah, duh, the burglary. And just vile, evil things. And they blame me. Celestine told my sister it's my fault. How? I don't have the power to ruin nothing. You wouldn't let me have that kind of power. I even thought I had it, a minuscule of it. Everybody was scared of Celestine. So you tell me who has the power to ruin a family. Oh, common sense, people. Please, common sense. Just half a cup of common sense. in the lineage gumbo, just a half a cup of common sense in your roux, RUE. Uh-huh. She wouldn't allow me that power, but I couldn't believe what my sister was telling me on the phone. I'm like, you believe that, dude? Who listens to me? First, let's start there. You have to have some kind of political persuasive power to build or destroy anything. You do. My sister on the phone getting quiet. I'm like, all the things she said to my sister after my mom's funeral. I'm just, oh, God. Oh, Celestine may need a video all by itself. But, yeah, great times with your mom. In the other video, I think when she defended me at 8 years old, yeah, I think I covered that story. And defended my brother over there in the Bronx with the alleged racist that circled him, and then she got in the middle of the circle with her baseball bat, okay, backing him down. They was like, oh, we didn't know that was your nephew. She was like, you have to know he's my nephew not to be racist. I could not believe she was fearless like that and had that kind of rapport with those type of men in the 80s. Oh, Lord Jesus. Yeah. I love you, Aunt Lydia. They loved her too. The hood. Pardon me. My Dr. Pepper getting hot. You see what I'm saying? Well, warm. I need to put it in the freezer. But when you freeze the soda, it gets flat, doesn't it? Never mind. Whew, I like little ice chunks in something. People saying she reminds us of the Black Big Ange. That type of rapport with the hub. We all love Big Ange. Listens upon your soul, Big Ange. From Mob Wives. You ever seen any of those episodes? On TV? Your mom's similar to that frequency in the hoods of the Bronx and Spanish Harlem back then, 70s, 80s. Probably Queens too. Yeah, even though I wasn't around her that much, to see the rapport she had with the hoods and Queens, but yeah. And that food she cooked at her job. Oh, she said the pan is clean. I'm like, I can't get a plate. It's all gone. She could cook. Oh yeah, back to the gas station at Farmers Mill. But I don't know. It felt like we were at Farmers, but maybe it was that Storm Farmers. Why do I keep smelling the gas when I recall this memory? I don't know. But anyhow, the way she introduced me to her coworkers, like I was somebody. She was like, "This is my niece," with pride. I'm like, "Yes, I'm a niece." I just was stunned. I'm like, that, like she likes me. No, I'm not about to do the Sally Fields thing when she won the Oscar back in the day. You seen that footage, Allie? Look it up. Sally Fields, I love that footage. But anyhow, I just was like, I can't believe she likes me. It just, it was beautiful. Beautiful moment when she introduced me to her coworkers. I love you, Aunt Lydia. When I went to the memorial for her in Pennsylvania, my mom did the one for her, the second one for her in Queens, but in Pennsylvania, the Poconos, when I went to that one, because that's where y'all live, I'm about to say your sister's name, Shauna, let's use the name of the boat. And your sister hugged me. It was like, oh my God, you came, you made it. I didn't think you were coming. And she's hugging me and I'm hugging her. And my facial expression on the other side is like, huh? Why would I not? She's my aunt. I'm embraced thinking, you got more than a pair of shoes at the burglary of my very first apartment when I was 9 months pregnant. You're the only one who wore my shoe size. Celestine's feet are bigger than mine. Margot feet is smaller. Celestine's daughter feet is about her size, if not half size smaller. I don't know. And so that means bigger than mine. You're the only one who wears my shoe size. But not only that, Celestine said you had you lifted most of the bounty. She did. She surely did tell me that in 2003. She said that to me. She did over the phone. But if you claim you just got a pair of Joan and David Oxfords, all right, girl, that hug embrace, because you couldn't believe I was there. Like, you think I would hold a girl? And another thing. The second memorial my mom gave your mom in Queens, and her co-workers from the hospital she was kind of trying to give my mother the envelope, which I presumably had cash in it. And mom didn't even touch the envelope. She redirected the man to give you the envelope. She said, "Oh, this is her daughter," and he gave it to you. Somehow, of course, you're mourning, grieving. You must have misplaced it. And outside of the church, you walk up to me with a serious look on your face, asking me if I seen the envelope. Okay. Oh God, I'm looking at you like, what envelope? I'm not even aware. To the people are making me aware. Afterwards, after that, they witnessed what they witnessed, and then he was like, oh, the envelope given from my mother. I was like, no. I'm like, oh, when my mother redirected the guy, no, just in church, and in service, I didn't see it. And when you walked off and got in the car and said, take care, I said, you do the same. And I'm looking back at the church queen, the queen mother, the church lady is talking to me, and outside the church. And evening is going to dusk, and the way the sky was looking gloomy, I'm like, and they're looking like, do she think you would take something given in honor of your dead aunt? I'm like, I would hell hope not. Yes, I did. I told them about the burglary of 1990 when I was pregnant, my very first apartment. I said, do you think she think I would seek revenge for that? In this manner, I don't seek revenge at all, let alone in this manner. So we was talking about the strangeness, and my mom was like, no, she misplaced it. So she just was inquiring with everybody. I'm like, Mom, with that attitude, she inquired with everybody? Oh my God. And Mommy was like, well, she found it. The good news is she found it. I'm like, thank God. You know what I mean? But, huh? Oh, God. It was very, very strange. Also, your sister used to, I'm at 36 minutes, Lord. Your sister used to bring up something she witnessed when we were 13 years old regarding me and my mom. And I'm saying, and she never brought up in our whole entire teenagehood. Never, ever. We seen each other more as teens than we did as in our 20s. We saw each other in our 20s once our husbands became cool and double dated. We went to Tavern on the Green, and that was fun times too when Mommy brought her to my house after the burglary in 91. Oh God. Allie, read the memoir. This is just too much. But she would bring it up in our 20s out of nowhere, arbitrary. I could be just sitting there looking at Maury Povich on TV, and she'd just stand up and mention it. I'm like, oh, you mean when we were 13? And you giggled. Maybe you were laughing at it at 13. Well, I'm young. I'm immature. What am I supposed to do? I'm like, well, I was immature too. If adults make mistakes, teenagers will make mistakes for sure. You know, we're flawed as human beings. Hmm. To err is human, ERR, to err is human, to forgive is divine. But again, I'm eccentric, so you just get the blank expression after that. I'm like, why she didn't bring it up in our teenagehood? Why she bringing it up now, post burglary? Okay, so in therapy and taking psychology classes, when you've never wronged anyone, no, I've never wronged your sister, never. I never wronged anybody who participated in the burglary. And Margot, Aunt Margot, the youngest one, the one that people say look like Shirley from What's Happening. No shade to Margot or Shirley. For damn sure didn't wrong her. She was too mean and grumpy. Never. And Celestine is mean in this is what people say, in an evil way. So they don't, polarize and petty powder cake. No, no, no. No one wronged her. Not I. Okay. So I guess in your sister's mind, she knew that burglary was uncalled for. It wasn't no type of get back or pay back, as I never took anything from any. They never had anything I wanted. But no shade, they just didn't. It doesn't even cross my mind. First of all, I study astrology. One's home is the fourth house. I'm not disrespecting the fourth house. That's an angular house. That grand crossing. I knew too much about astrology to steal something out of someone's house. Now maybe if you're cooking, you got some cookies on a pan. No, but even then, because that's food and you got to wash your hands for a girl. Can I have a cookie? Listen, cousin, I've been studying astrology. It's always been with me, but to go to the library and get a book is when Todd Bridges walked his cute self across the screen in the 70s and Different Strokes. And I needed to know his sign. I didn't get it from my mama. I don't know where this love for it is. It was innate, organic. But now I know past lives and never mind my readings and my natal chart. But I was like, I gotta find. And when I went to the library, they had magazines and stuff, and the librarian was so helpful. Okay, let's see if we can find his biography. I was like, and we found it. I was like, he's a Gemini. And then I'm like, ping. I can get books on astrology. The point of the matter is I've been studying since little girlhood. Spanish Harlem hood, okay? My little self walking to the library to find out about Todd Bridges. Oh, goodness gracious, I had a crush on him. That crush died as soon as Janet Jackson, Charlene, walked herself across the screen. It's amazing how the crush could just, for me and my, what Dr. Maya Angelou said, I love you. She said, pardon my 7-year-old psychology. I love when she said that in an interview. But yeah, my tween psychology and teen psychology. Only crush that's sustained is my crush with Lionel. Because after Janet, Charlene, I didn't feel nothing more for Todd. But Lionel Jefferson, the first one, Scorpio, blessings be upon his soul. He is Scorpio, November 3rd. Something in how he used to psychologically mess with Archie Bunker. I was like, oh, that's going to be my husband. When I grow up, that's going to be my husband. I'm going to give him 5 sons. Yes, I'm looking at the TV as a little girl saying that, sweet Jesus. Lionel Jefferson, Lord have mercy. Go find out his doggone birthday. But anywho, when I saw Jenny come across the screen, my crush sustained. I thought my crush would dissipate after seeing Jenny, but it didn't. Not for him. It's sustained, girl. Maybe because he's a Scorpio and that's a thick sign, and Gemini's mutable. I don't know. But anyway, back to the point. Oh God, what was the point? Well, how did I get to TV shows and astrology? Well, astrology be honeycombed through my speech wherever the hell I'm talking about, wherever and whenever. But how did I get to the TV shows? No, I can't rewind and figure it out while I'm in recording. I don't want this thing to be an hour. I gotta stop. But I think I got a neat bow on your mom. Maybe I can get quickly with Tyrone. Oh, Lord. Did I say his name? I don't even know how to edit. Well, it's a common name. In the book, his name is, what I named him in the book? Titus in the book? Oh, Lord. I gotta ask my hubby if he know how to edit that part out. Well, I didn't say our last name, did I? Well, the family's last name, actually. Oh, Lord. Anywho, let me get on. But I think that's it, because your interest is your mom. Yeah, I love her dearly. And I love her so much because there's no icky moments. I was terrified of her, too. But Celestine Garner's a different type of terror. There's no evilness attached. And I don't want to mention family. I'm not family members. I'm not going to give up their names because they probably still scared of Celestine. But it's an evil type of fear. No shade to her. No, despite all the shade she sent my way. But no shade to her. But your mom is terrified that, you just might get your ass beat, and then it's over. Who want that smoke? Not I. I didn't want that either. But with Celestina fears, she might hit you and cast a spell. No shade. That's what some people thought back then and now. I'm not saying no names. Don't worry, y'all. Fret not. I won't give y'all up. Oh, Lord. Anyway, cuz. But yes, love your mom dearly. And I'm just trying to think if I covered all the bases. Yeah. Also at the memorial in Pennsylvania. I'm about to say her name, Shauna, the book. Shauna's godbrother. You know him? I'm about to say his name. He's an Aries too, like tall. You ever met him? When we were little kids, we used to be on the phone for hours, he and I. Celestine said he looked like Snoopy. What was it? Not Snoopy. Is it Snoopy? Some kind of character that used to come on TV. Is it Sweet Pea? Because he was saying, we met, you know me. How you don't know your cousin's godbrother? I'm like, I'm on the phone like, I don't remember. Which I didn't. And, so I was asking family members what he looked like. And Celestine said, he looks, is it Sweet Pea? This is before your time, Allie. You're a millennial. Well, you probably know old school cartoons. I digress. But he's tall, cute. Here's the thing with me. I've always read romance novels, astrology, and although Aries is a sextile to my sign, no, I don't make this astrology video, but I just didn't want to get too into him. You're my cousin's godbrother, and you're an Aries. I would say this over the phone. Funny as hell. I don't do it now because people get offended about it. They get offended. Aries are cool, but I don't fall in love with one. On the phone, like, why not? Anyway, but I think he started playing basketball. Never mind. At the memorial. After me and your sisters embrace, and I'm looking at her like, girl, why would I not be at my aunt's memorial? And I had lived in PA too. We had rented never mind. All in the memoir. All in the memoir. But what he said to me at the memorial, after your sister walked away, and he's looking at me. We're grown now. We're in our 20s. Yeah, 20s. But grown. We're not little kids anymore. But he looked at me in memoir. I just want you to read that distinct moment between he and I at the memorial. Then look at Bruce. Even though he and I ain't getting to no cussing match, nothing like that. I almost want to cut the light off because I don't want this thing to move and you see titty balls. No, no one could. I can't go up on YouTube and Lord Jesus. Maybe I should cut the light off. Because if this thing's move, I don't want to see breasts. It's too hot and closed. And I told you the AC carry on cutting the fool in here. Then I can't even put it up unless I edit it out. Let me see. I just cut the light off. Never mind. Look at Felix Unger. Look, Allie. Look at The Odd Couple, a show I love dearly growing up. My ex-husband used to say, you love the show because you're Felix and Oscar rolled in one. You're neurotic like Felix and messy like Oscar. You're the black female version of that. If you get into Felix and he doesn't irritate you, yeah, that's me, girl. Not the tidy. I hope one day the tidy part too. But the that harmless neuroses of Felix. Tony Randall, I love you. And our Aunt Martha met you, but never mind. Our great Aunt Martha, that's another part of the book. Allie. But it'll be a fun read and a fun ride. I know you'll love it. Oh, if you love eccentric people on paper. I don't think too many people like us in person because it's just too much. We're raspberries. Yeah, we're raspberries. But yeah, I love your mama. I love her dearly. I love her solely because no icky moments like the ones I've had with Celestine and Margot and Titus. God. Let me finish his. Let me let me get to him. Celestine needed a video by itself. This, oh God, just Jesus. I'll do Celestine's and Margot's together. Just, oh God. Let me finish Titus and finish out this one. Harlem, Nicky Barnes era, that look. He shot that Barney's fly as hell. That pinky ring, just that look of the 70s, okay? And just that guy. They're just part of that cloth, if you will. And I don't even remember him before the slap. In the book, at the ice cream. Did I finish what I said? Read about with your mom. I was gonna recommend the read. Oh, okay. Look at The Odd Couple. I did that one. It was another one I was gonna ask you to look at to get a. Well, Dave Chappelle on the Actor Studio. That's on YouTube. He said he knew the time by what his favorite TV shows came on. He said, you know how people look at the time to see what time it is? I'm paraphrasing. My show come on like, oh, okay, it's 7 o'clock. I'm like, Dave, that's me too. So yeah, you know, it's sad. You know, we do our homework by the TV back then. I don't know, are kids really TV people now like that? You grew up with these shows. I don't know, like they play video games, and maybe I wasn't a video game girl. But my day, dang hit that I know to Atari. I wasn't into it then, but anyway. I don't, in pictures I could see him at my birthday parties, but like memory, it starts at the ice cream doggone thing. If you read Mace's book, Memoir Revelations, he mentioned how Harlem Hustlers would buy out the ice cream truck. You just go up and get a free ice cream because they done bought out the whole truck. I don't know that at 5. So apparently Uncle Titus did that. And he's lining the kids up to go, I guess, in order to go get their ice cream. But I'm not aware. I've always been called oblivious in my own world. But it's harmless. Being oblivious and in my own world is proof I ain't in yours. I'm minding my business, okay? My unicorn and cotton candy wonderland business, okay? I digress. So I had $5 a week allowance since little girlhood into tweenhood and straight through high school to mommy said, you had the after school job. Now you can start paying me. Okay. But she didn't do that till my grades were bad. I'd pay $50 a paycheck. But I was like, $50? Oh God. It just seemed like it was a chunk of my little, I work after school. How much do you think I'm making? I love you, mommy. I love you. That's a whole other topic. But anywho, $95 a week from little girlhood all the way up through tweenhood and teenhood till I started working after school. But anywho, so I ran up with my little money to buy my ice cream. That music is like a daggone spell. You see the movie Get Out with that teacup? You from the hood, you know how to you hear that daggone ice cream. Anyway, Harlem, you know what I'm saying? So I'm running up to get the ice cream cone, and he comes up and he hits me. Not a punch, a slap. But I'm this skinny. I'm holding up my little thin pink. My pinky is about little thin pink. I'm and just grown man in that pinky ring. Look like you could see the sun glitter off the ring. And I didn't cry. I think I was shocked, silent. And I was a quiet little kid. I know it's hard to believe because I'm so loquacious now, but I could not believe it. And the cone fell. The whole thing was like a movie. It was surreal, and I don't know why. He's the first to hit me. My mama hadn't hit me by then, nor had Celestine. Celestine only hit me once when I was 12. That'd be in her video. My father wasn't around. He didn't hit me, and whomever my mom dated, they didn't hit me. No one has ever hit me. I didn't even have a fight yet in school. At 6, I would have a fight first grade because everybody bought the teacher an apple and I bought the teacher a pear. And this bitch want to get, calm down. Yadi, calm down. Oh, Lord, did I say my name? Oh, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Well, this channel ain't popping on me. So, Allie, this is for you, girl. But, Allie, you Scorpio, probably like, hell, you're saying my name, but that's your nickname. Are your nickname Popular? Oh, Lord, never mind. Y'all know who my cousins are now. But anywho, yeah, that whole moment was surreal because I'd never been hit. And I only been yelled at once at 5 from Celestine. Sitting next to her at the sewing machine. I used to sit next to my mama. It was my mama's sewing machine. See, they live with us. But I used to sit next to my mama as my mama sewed. My mama taught her how to sew. So she sewed on the same machine. So I'm sitting there watching, as little girls do with the aunties and mamas and their family. And she gave me a stick pin and said, stick it in the tomato, and I did. But she couldn't find a specific stick pin. I don't know if it had a pearl tip. Never mind. But that's my first big word was distinctly. And you'll read it in the pages of my memoir. What a little kid would consider big was distinctly, because she kept repeating, I distinctly told you. I'm like, but I did stick it in the tomato. My mama never even yelled at me. Do you see how people outside of my mama was the first for horrors? Oh God. My older brother hadn't hit me by 5 nor yelled at me. And I was quiet. Back in our days, kids would be seen and not heard. And you hear this from not just your mama, but her contemporary. You see it in the hood. These kids having a point of view and talking to their parents like, I'm Gen X. No. So I was just quiet, just like mute quiet. It just, that should make adults happy, should it not? So you're yelling at a quiet person over a stick pin. And then my bunny rabbit, after Margot's cat killed my bunny rabbit, shut my mouth. Did you see the movie Fatal Attraction? Not the TV show. Glenn Close action. The Michael Douglas character, the bunny rabbit. Ballin' rabbit mad, Celestine used to be, just for my existence. Ballin' bunny rabbit mad, okay? Wired hangers mad. Pardon my accent. I'm not even trying to be a kiki. I'm going back into my childhood. If you don't get the eccentric energy, you must. Just study Felix Unger and Oscar. Oscar for the messiness. Felix for the neuroses, the harmless neuroses. Sinclair, Chrissy Snow, Edith Bunker, Rose Nyland. If any of those energies irritate you, then goddamn it, these videos are going to irritate you too. But it's harmless. But anywho, I know I have no ill intent. I'm too lazy to be ill-intended and harm. Do you know what energy I would have to conjure up to be that way? I'm too emotionally lazy, Lord. With all bad things, I'm like, they have the energy to do that? Oh God. My mom is eccentric too. I'm truly cut from a unicorn rainbow. Rainbow as in the actual rainbow. Because, and nothing against the rainbow. People took the rainbows and flag. Or I have a semi-rainbow pass. That's beside the point. Although I'll never munch any carpet, nothing like that. That's in a whole nother video. I'm gonna do my fruit fly video later on for another channel, probably, perhaps. I don't know, but that was love. That wasn't curiosity, and I digress, girl. I'm all the way in the left field because that's what a female Felix would do. That's a book title too. What would a female Felix do? Anyway, let me. But I want the Oscar name. Felix. You got to get the O in for Oscar. The female Felix. Never mind. Anyway, Allie. Yes, I think. Did I finish up with Titus? Yeah, that's. But he according to a psychic reading, he did that because he wanted my father to come. My father was a Harlem Street hustler too, per research. He wanted my father to come check him, my biological father. I'm looking at the reader like, that's why he hit me by the ice cream truck? Okay. I'm thinking Mace's book told me why. When I read, I'm grown reading Mace's book. Was I in my 30s? I don't know. I'm like, that's probably why he did that, because he bought out the truck. And I like the little kids who came to the bench to comfort me after that. And one little boy said, "You can have my ice cream." I'm like, no. I wasn't in the mood to eat no ice cream. I was shocked and hurt. And I'm like, what? Why did he do that? Because he's not explaining why he did it. Adults didn't explain why they hit you back then, child, please. But anywho. So I didn't like that uncle too much. But I would say he redeemed himself when he started taking his sister shopping. A shopping spree. He had the money like that. You can go in the store and you got 30 minutes to get whatever you want. I was looking at your sister like, you can get whatever you want? 30 minutes? Wow. And somehow she negotiated for him to take me shopping one day in Green Acres. So the redemption was there. But then during my teen years, fast forward, he lives with us in Queens for a little bit. This would be in the memoir. I don't even know if this is part of being a memoir, but just, oh God. I think I'm going to finish up his chapter right here in hand. But more on that in the memoir. And no one's outing him, anything like that. And then at Mommy's wedding, other icky factors, which was dope when he brought out the coat check thing. That Harlem with buying out stuff, it's so dope. I don't know, maybe because I'm from Harlem. But I'm like, at my mother's wedding, you're charging $1 to hang the coat at a wedding? I've never been to a wedding where they charge $1 to hang. Mommy had a winter wedding. I share Mommy. Is my mother aware? Was this in the contract? So I'm fussing with him, and Uncle Ty walk in like, what's going on? Then he's charging $1 to hang the coat at a wedding. Have you ever been to a wedding where they charge you to hang the coat? He was like, look. I think he paid maybe $35 or $40. He said, this is her coat, my coat, and all the coats behind us. I'm like, oh, that's so Harlem. But then he kept telling me, get dressed. Because I had on my sweats because I was Mommy's makeup. I'm helping my mother. But it was a repetition of, I can't. I just, there's no shade to him. But you can read more about that, about Titus chapter in the memoir. I'm going to finish this on out. It's an hour anyway. I didn't want it to be an hour, but it's an hour, Lord. And Celestine will have her own video. Hopefully I squeeze in Margot and part of Celestine's, because I don't think Margot, the last one of the 6, should have her own audio video. There's no shade. My interactions were, but sweet. I went to live with her in Brooklyn though. That was fun. Yeah, Kingston. Yeah, that was fun. I was in high school and Mommy used to kick me out. Never mind, girl, the memoir, okay? But Margot's would be at the end of Celestine's, because the impression Celestine made on me and this family, but I had the power to ruin it. That's not even in my personality. You ever got past life readings, Allie? God. How you knew some people in a past life? Oh my God. Oh. One of my sons was a cousin. He was my cousin in a past life. That's dope. But anyway, and we were cool then. Yeah, each life writes the script for the next. Life is a continuum. I love you dearly. I hope you enjoy this. Share it with your son and your babies, and if you want to, and just know that it's all shared in love. Yeah. Media. Peace. 5:26 a.m. What time I started? About an hour ago. Peace.